Hello, and welcome to the finals of the semifinals in Division 2 here between Farid Rommel and Yamin. Oh man. 20th Panzer versus 43rd Reserve Armii. Yep, 43rd Reserve Armii. Stravniki officers in there. As once again, I have forgotten to change my settings. And because I am too lazy to restart, because I always restart normally, and it's been pissing me off in this recording session, I will just edit live. So, Sturmpanias, Panzergrenadiers, 3 Panzer, 3 Ls, Sturmpania, Pack 40, 2 more Panzergrenadiers as it's open, Flak 43 to start, and Grille. Up in the north, we got 2 Panzerjäger RSOs, MG42, 2 Panzergrenadier, 1-star with Panzerfaust, Sturmpania, and a Spähtrupp in the 247-B for the 43rd Reserve Army over here. So Yamin, it is a Maverick versus Maverick. Superior Comrade, Motorized Rezerv, 3 SGs, 2 Stravniki officers, 3 Superior Rocks here, Superior Chernos, multiple Chernos, not a Superior going in the middle here. And then SGs, 2 M40s, Motorized Rezerv, another Stravniki officer, Superior SC-152, and an SG. Flak 43 going to be forcing off the Recon IL-2 before it can get any strafing ideas. These are very powerful at strafing for a recon plane. And fairly light deployment on this hill. Normally this hill is really what people fight over. So Farid Rommel is going to have to be careful not to get pushed off of this, especially since Superior Rocks and Stravniki officers are very powerful. Now, I would somehow doubt that these are the SMG Stravnikis that also cover this division. Yeah, they're just the regular ones. But still, even just the regular ones are very powerful. 3 SMG, 13 rifles. If you do get them to look at these Sturm Pioneers even. With a triple star Superior Rocks there and a 3-star Stravniki officer. He didn't take these in 2-star, did he? He did. He took his Stravniki officer in 2-star. And wow. You see how quick that Sturm Pioneer died? Just the multiple SMGs on target. And now the Panzergrenadiers are going to be feeling the pain of the DPs. There is armor coming up here for Farid Rommel as this SG gets pinned down by the Sturm Pioneer here. Interesting to see the RSOs as well. They do have HE. So, that can be kind of used as a support gun, but very, weak armor, and they're quite slow as well, so unless you're using them in that kind of a context, I'd prefer to use them just as a pack gun. Interesting, though, to see that they have been kind of a benefit as the Yak 9 gets a kill on all 3 units here. Oh, man. That's disastrous there. Panzergrenadier has already gone down. The Superior Rocks is going to get the other one. No doubt. And now we see an M42 coming in to help deal with these Panzer 3s. DPs do okay, but they don't do amazingly. And all that has to happen is one bomber comes in and takes in these Stravniki, which is really the problem with Stravniki and Fallschirmjäger, right? Is, sure, you've got these very, very powerful units in their own right, but they're hard to control almost, right? So, or hard to keep alive versus indirect fire options, mortars, things like that. And 42 coming in here, though. Turn the APCR off, and that's just going to completely destroy. Weird that the DPs aren't firing, but line of sight in this game. We see Panzer 4 coming in the center here. There's an M42 here. Doesn't have to be a little bit worried. But no problem so far. APCR turned off. Good. D5 coming in for the Superior Rocks. Will pin down, but no damage there. Surprising, but might as well call the D5 in now. Let's just stop it from hitting this Panzergrenadier. I forgot to turn off the panel. Ahaha. I am so good at this. SC has to be a little bit careful, but the Motorized Rezerv is spotting a lot of things here, and as long as the SC doesn't get in range of that RSO, there's scant that Farid Rommel can do about it right now, besides bringing in another JU. And for now, Superior Rocks is pinned down, but still in this green cover here. Is going to recover. Ooh, why do you fall back? Why? Oh well. Superior Rocks going to aim, and now the M42 is going to come in. Going to try and... Ooh. Oh, the transport goes down! Wow, triple star DP there. Really doing the job. That's going to fall back. I expect the M42 to come up now. Potentially waiting for the 85 here, but I don't think the 85 is going to help out against those. We're just waiting for this. SU-152 is getting good shots on the Panzer Grenadier here. 42. Firing against this one. Come on. Come on, you could take him on one by one, right? Yeah, you could. 1, 2. And you go for the third one. But gonna wait for the second M42. Also 2-star. Wow. Like, these don't have great HE. They do have the double MG34s, so they're not, like, terrible in that kind of a role. As the Panzer III here is also gonna try to surrender the Superzi rocks. I somehow doubt that it will get it, though. And the... Oh, does get it in the end. And the HE from the Zenart here is taking pot shots at the Panzer Grenadier, which then has to get in the open and force the fallback by the SG. The SG just on second target for a second. Yeah, if that Superzi Rex was still in this forest here, as it's still in the Panzer Grenadier. Easy clap, but not the case. Instead, we get an Su-85 coming in as well. Now we got 2 of these triple-star M42s. And now this will be a lot more dangerous. Strafniki start firing, so the Panzer IIIs look away. M42, first M42 firing. Second one as well. Ooh, one of them still got its APCR turned off, so it's not an instant kill. Does immediately go down, though. And I believe another Panzer Grenadier went down there. Cherno's chunking for other tanks here. M42s, not going to get on target. Panzer IIIs are going to immediately fall back. Ju-87 coming in as well. Ooh, that's not close enough to fend that off, I don't think. One more shot. Ooh. Oh, it does drop, just barely. So he's going to pin all these units down regardless, which gives these Panzer IIIs some respite. But, falling back or not, it's still a dangerous thing to have Panzer IIIs here. Su-85s, though, while good at long range, like 750 meters and such, I would hesitate to bring them in closer unless they're against something like a Panther, which in that case, the cheaperness of this vehicle would do quite well. Versus the Panzer IIIs, you definitely don't want to be fighting. They just have not enough health for that. IL-2 floating up north here. Just getting some spots on. Flak 41 coming in. It's still relatively dangerous. Yes, you could come in on this side and... a bit hard with that Panzer there, but there are probably some 2K ranges where you can sit like over here or something where this more Rezervitka is. And fire position on that AT gun. Panzer got Grille. Oop. Su-85's going for the Grille. Not going to manage to find it. Panzer Grenadier is moving forward. Looks like one of the M42s did die. And now the Superzi rocks here. Double DPs on target. Nasty, nasty, nasty. The Superzi rocks also forcing this as it's open the fallback. Yak one coming in for something. Oop. Gonna drop on that Panzer Gren. Superzi rocks gonna force the SS to open back. And professional streamer, I need to turn off Discord notifications. Amazing. There's a 3. Getting shots in on something, well, on this Cherno. Not too important right now, but with the M42s having gone down and the shooter kill on the Su-85. Oh man. KP1 is finally coming in. Some proper support here. Su-85 snipes 1. The other 2 unload. So these infantry is going to get into the town, and it's really... It does need to shore this up with a lot of infantry. So, as that's open it is. But there's a lot of troops out for the 43rd right now. It is getting worse. As the 2 Strategi that he brought in the beginning are still more than capable of fighting right now. PTRS is not going to be, or PTRD is not going to be too much of a threat versus the Panzer 3L, unless it gets like a side shot, but these are, or one of them at least, is quite damaged. Su-152 also got onto the hill here. Excellent fire support for not only the hill, but also you position yourself like between these buildings here, and then you just fire here, and reinforcements coming up have a hard time dealing with it. But we see the first IS-2, or rather said the only IS-2. Wait. No, 43rd Reserve Army also gets IS-2s, I think. So the the German IS-2 versus the Allied IS-2 would be an interesting thing to see. Beutestand, of course, A-19, very good area area denial tool there, but I would have almost put it over here so you can start killing off some of these harder targets and then put together a push for this. But Farid Rommel knows what he's doing. T-34 coming to flank here, just barely. Panzer 3 moving forward. It's trying to, looks like it was trying to get shots on the Su-152 for a moment there, but KV-1S coming in. One of the Panzer 3s went down here. As it's open, R moving in, but it's Shavniki officers and PTRD gets another kill. Doesn't really stand much of a chance here. Oh man. These are still the first, like, Shavniki officers that we saw in the beginning, and now we just see more Chernos coming in. Like, this entire game has been Rommel's needing to push in more and more infantry to actually hold ground, because you need to have infantry to hold ground. Well, meanwhile, Yamin's been able to hold on to his infantry and just amass support units, right? AT guns, KV-1Ss, Chernos are coming in now, which I would consider support units almost. Su-85 goes down to the Panzer, but the Panzer with its open top nature goes down to the SU, and now the Beutestand is just going to sit here and prevent anything on top of this ridge from doing much further. So Breezy Rocks getting the better of this as it's open though. And I do believe now that we're in B phase, off-map could also come in for the 43rd Reserve Army over here, which would be just as dangerous. I think this was before the SG buff, so interesting to see those. But another SU-1, or another SU coming in here. And this one's the one with the heat shells, so a little bit more dangerous, though. For the price, I'd rather just bring in an Su-152 and save for something else. Boy, just Stalin sniping the Su-152, though. Oop, KV-1S. Does get the APCR and the transmission destroyed, which isn't great. KV-1S is missing, but it is APCR. And we need 2 shots on this to kill the Panzer 3. First shot on target, and then goes down to the M42. Unfortunately, the transmission's destroyed. Probably doesn't have any supply because of the like fatal lack of arty here. And now the Yak-9's going in for the Flak 88. I don't think this is enough to kill a Flak 88. Sorry. They go down to one shot there. If this was like 3 IL-2s, maybe I could see it, but yeah, not in that state. KV-1S can't come up to kill this now. The Beobachter Panzer coming up, so off-map, very dangerous for this, but you're going to need something to follow it up with, so 2 Pioneers coming in as well. That's just more and more support units for Yamin. Come in. This is 220mm off-map. It's quite expensive, so I expect a lot of damage, but ooh, what does it see here? What does the M42 see here? With AP, oh no, is that going to kill the mortar carrier? 1 shot? 2 shots? Ooh, kills the mortar carrier. Oh, and it might actually, before this off-map comes down, kill the Pioneers that are intended to... Yeah, Pioneers have to unload now, and this off-map, it is going to come down, and is going to be effective, but there's nothing to follow it up with. Alright, besides this Panzer 3L, really. Shavniki already preemptively falling back here. Or, well, this one's falling back, this one's going to get hit just fine. But yeah, with how well these Shavniki officers have been kept alive here, I would wager that there's not going to be a lot of damage for this. And once again, just Ju-80 or Ju-85. Like, surely you could bring in another one, and it didn't even drop, right? Definitely could have, but didn't. As a swoop coming in, Pioneers now have to march forward, and these Shavniki are just going to fall back and be kept alive even now. Oh wow, 82mm mortars. Mortars in the 43rd Reserve Army. Who would guess? Up north, looks like the Su-152 has been bullying martyrs here. There was another one, I think. Engine stall against an HE gun. Oh man, that's likely to go down. But just a collection of forces here, as the Beutestand tries desperately to hold on to whatever it is over here. T-3485, Panzer 3L does have penetration for that kind of thing. With its APCR, but yeah. This 3 here, doing good damage. These Azathopen are moving forward, and I would hesitate to say that these Strefniki are just going to sit around and wait to get off-mapped. Now the Panzer 3's gone, this T-34 has local superiority, so there'd be no reason not to push forward. Might get clipped by this off-map, but these Azathopen likely won't be alive to finish it up. Oh, well, I might bite my words. This one even gotta get out? This is 3 is likely gonna go down. Oh, man. So it's very much about the hill fights. As it's open falling back now. Not much you can do about that. Off-map's gonna come down straight onto one of the Strapniki, not the other one. Superior Camarade goes down. These are forced to fall back, but once again, the Azathopen don't really have much of a choice other than to fall back. We see a load of armor coming in now. And, if this T-34 gets onto the edge of this hill here, and there's something to spot for it, it's just going to take pot shots at this Panzer IV and stop it really from advancing. Like a Pioneer could throw a satchel charge on it, but I'm not really convinced that that's possible. Yak 9 coming in for the Pioneer SVT. The Flak 43 actually pinned down from the mortars here. Excellent play there. Does go down. Chernos live. T-3485 moving back. I'm not sure if that's quite the right move, but certainly a move to take. It's this 3 coming forward here. Ooh, and the double teaming. That would be dangerous. Multiple Chernos, though. These are Pioneer SVTs, so they should be fairly good at their job. That's the T-3485 is running straight first into that. It kills the Flak 43. It was manually targeted on that. And now has to fall back under stress and get shot at by a very dangerous German gun. Is this 3, though? Ooh, ooh, the Spalling crit, and then the immediate follow-up from a lucky T-3485 shot. Ju-87 coming in again. Zenart now. This SU is firing down this road, preventing anything from happening. There's a Pack 43 here, though. Oop, that's going to drop. Yep. It's going to be quite dispersed, though. This already took a hit, though, so it does go down. And this is 5 falling back. The Panzers are going to be able to get back onto this hill. Still 12-12, 17 minutes into this game. A very close game, I will say. Marta did eventually go down, but so did the SU. And now we see an ISU, or an IS-2, haha, from Yamin coming out. The Bundesstadt did move, so this will be a fight for the ages. These are basically the exact same tanks here. Both 1943 versions. Germans haven't captured one. 902, 88 coming up to replace the Flak 43 that did go down. Wolfhamen coming now to help fight against some of this. Yeah. Everything's to play for still here. Farid Rommel having ticked down a little bit. He does need to push eventually. But really no rush. I think Yamin is more than happy to just sit here, though, on his 12-12 and trade excellently against the enemy. Alright, eventually if you trade well enough, you're just going to have more points than the enemy, particularly in Phase C, where the enemy won't have the ability to replace it, really. Flak 43 coming out, just in case any air spam going to be planned there. It's just a bunch of yaks, though, and I guess IL-2 recons, so maybe not necessarily too dangerous, but this Flak 41 did do good to move up here. The IS-2 could very easily come up and shoot at it, though, and then the SU could take advantage of the fact that it's shooting at the heavier target and try to get a couple shots in. The fire position order not working when you've got buildings in the way, of course. But now we see infantry even moving forward. Checking the Yaks are forced to unload here, so Percy Rock's going to make his way into here. HE from that. Mortars coming down. The Studebaker. Oh man, it's always a bit of a meme when you've got a crit like that and the vehicle's immobilized or something, or a crew kill, and then you bring up the supply, and then on the way to repair it, it goes down to something because the enemy's able to bring something up for that. Always funny. Multiple Tanko Desanikis coming in, though. And there's not a lot of CQC, but the 50 cals from the Half-tracks are definitely going to be a boon there, and it's going to be very hard to dislodge. Quite Stalin doing good work against these, or, well, whatever it's firing at currently. This is definitely, though, going to be trying to take on that MG. Flak 41, Flak 43 has to unload. Pack 43 also coming in now. So, gonna stay on the 12-12, but this flag is gonna go down, and Yamin's gonna have some very hard to dislodge Tanko Tesatnikis in there now. D-3485 over here doesn't really want to engage Panzer IVs alone, but with the KV-1S, might be able to double team quite effectively. This 3 also moving up. Tanko Tesatniki, another Tanko coming in here. Ooh, gotta absolutely delete that Panzergren, and then not get a kill on that half-track. That's the Wolf Bomb, and rather than shooting this target, which would have been the one to hit, I think, so you can potentially get a push going here, fires reactively at the Chernos when there's no Chernos here. Now, ooh, the half-track's coming in. They're going to come in for the surrender. They do get it on the Pack 43, and that's an important surrender. Going to go for the SS Slocum over here as well, and this Tanko Tesatniki might just zoom right all the way down. Do have a couple of Panzers coming in, though, to clean that up. And still a solid position on the hill, though. This 3 is the only real AT, with the tanks now falling back. This 3, Belgian Reserve, 2 commanders coming up, or 2 leaders. Half-track gonna get on the hill here and hide away, most likely. Oh, and this one's actually coming for this flag. Oh, man. Definitely a good idea, as the Panzer III is going to shoot something. Ah, shoot this one. Oop, this 3 gets a kill on the Panzer IV, though. APCR turned off. Very, very good micro there. Panzer III did its job at forcing these Strapniki away. Getting lots of damage there. This 3's gonna unload again. Ooh, gets one shot. MG's not on target. MG's now on target, but this is gonna get a second shot in, I would wager. Ooh, and it goes down, yeah. Ju-87 did drop on these Tanko Tesatnikis, did prevent that last one from getting in here. But, yeah, now he needs a T-3485 to sit at 2K here in the town and shoot down that road. Whitestone did push forward. This flag is in the control of Farid Rommel for now, but that just puts it at a, well, 12-12. The flag's being, over here, being taken completely back. IS-2 still more than alive here, and now the ZIS-3 has some chances for a side shot. I would wager this T-3485 should move around, and then the ZIS-3s go for it. But Farid Rommel, also being a good player, is going to micro out that Boytistan. Spätlup going to get the better of the SG-43 there, as the reinforcements come in here. These light armored cars will be fine against the Tanko Tesatnikis to help clear them out, but all that needs to happen is one Strapniki officer needs to be sitting around here, and that's game over. All of the tanks went down here now to these ZIS guns of the T-3485. Strapniki officer gets the Panzer gun to fuel. This flag's gone down. I just think Yamin's treated a lot better in this game. There's no more forces over here either to stop these Strapniki. Yeah, 2 MG-42s coming in. This flag is temporarily back in the hands of Farid Rommel as the Spätlup duel with the Superior here. Might actually get the kill on that, but it's gonna be close. No, SVT's winning out in the end. IL-2 up again. And this IL-2 can just strafe this Wolf Weapon to death. There's no way here. It is phase C now, so very hard to afford things to reinforce when you're busy moving things to the front here in a desperate attempt, and now just a calculated Q move going forward. As the IS-2 start to take shots at the glue there and some of the support weaponry. Good idea is going to come in for this flag. Paranormal not quite ready to give up now. I know this Wolfram is going to shoot again at this Strapniki. Pioneer being forced to unload there, but nothing to follow this up. Already fallen back thanks to the suppression from the Strapniki. I don't even think that's going to die. Let's get some good damage on it, but very much a Wolfram that it didn't pay off. KV-1S actually just providing veterans even the mortars here. Rather interesting. What do you see? Likely this Panzer 4. And the Panzer 4 is not returning fire, yeah. Ooh, first shot in. Second shot's going to take that down. IS-2 did manage to kill one of the gliz here. T-34-85 shooting at the Ez that's up in here. Boychistan's moving up to kill that. The Ak-9's up in the air as well. The 88 went down somehow here. Huh. Back 41 though. Ooh, good hit on that T-34-85. Not sure if it's going to be enough to save this game though. Farid Rommel does have 26 minutes to come up with a miracle, but I do believe Yamin would have to be playing relatively poorly for that to pay off, and these MG42s were deployed too far forward. You could have put them all the way back here, and they would have still been able to shoot at the Strapniki. Instead, they're almost within range, and the Strapniki just have to move forward just a tiny little bit. They get in range of that MG. Looks like it's going to pin it down quickly, though. SE-122 coming in to deal with those now. Think it is ME keep moving forward. Are you going to unload it in the face of those Panzer Grenadiers? Yeah, it looks like it is. Wow. Then the Panzer Grenadiers and the Tankers and he can move forward. Flamers out. Panzerfaust does kill the M1, but yeah, it kills the Panzer Grenadier there. M5A1 here as well. Gonna pin down the Pioneer here and then just rush forward. This 3's moving forward to cover this flag off too. Preciously little to play for here. Boychistan's moving back. These mortars actually doing a good job at AA suppression. I am surprised. Not going to be pinning this one down, doesn't look like. Just barely missing. But it does fall back, so now when these mortars fire, this one will still be falling back, and this one will be pinned down if the shots fly true in any case. And it's just going to be dangerous. These RSOs are going to be too slow to prevent these T-34-85s. They don't have the range for the T-34-85 to begin with. And now might see some air spam come out. Recon IL-2. The mortars aren't quite flying true. Yeah. But if we see a retreat here, that'll be disastrous. Not quite pinned down, and the other one does recover, so no air spam afforded to Yamin now, but they are slowly taking health damage. So very good use of mortars there. I see 122 here now. Gotta be able to take on these MGs. Something died. A half track down here. As a 3 coming in from the middle. 14 to 10 still. They managed to secure this flag. IS-2 go down. Likely to the back 43. It is quite damaged. Yeah, coming in now. For the Panzer Grenadier. IL-2 coming out again. Ooh, Ju-87 coming in. There's no AA over here. I wonder if that's what happened to the Stalin Ju-87. Should have really been paying attention to that, but this isn't given a target just yet. I'll reorganize for that. AA piece does shoot it. IL-2 does get a strafing. That's very wide shot, but it's gonna save the MG42 for now. Not gonna quite give the flag back yet, and this is 3. He's gonna. Ooh, this Panzerjäger, one of the Panzerjägers did go down, and the second one was about to take a hit there. This is 3 is moving forward in its own right. 2 more Panzer Grenadiers coming in, trying to secure this town. Good use of the Boychistan's here, but we see another IS-2. Yamin elected to save up for that, and I would wager that once we see this Flak 41 being out of position here, once we see the second IS-2 reach the front line, that would be a surrender for Farid. That would be the point that I would surrender in any case, having traded this badly. Mortars, though, again on AA suppression. They only got a couple kills left. There are a couple of health points left to kill. More Strapniki officer. Disappointing we didn't see any SMG Strapniki, but not really needed, in my opinion. The regular Strapniki being more than capable, especially if you bring them into 2 stars like Yamin did. T-34-85 on top of this hill now. Taking good shots here at all these tags. Was a RSO. Desperately trying to kill these Strapniki here. Goes down. Gonna get on target on the Panzer 3 there. Now, once the armor goes down, there's no real hope for this. KV-1S as well. Oop. Ooh, KV-1S does go down without getting a shot on the Panzer 3, so the T-3485 is going to have to waste a couple more shots, but the MGs went down here. And, yeah, the second Bundeswehr is also coming forward. There's a lot of units in that northern town, so the miracle that Farid is hoping for likely not going to pan out. Finally, a penetration on this, as the Panzer 3 finally pulls back, but gotta get another shot in, and bam, goes down. Gonna even be pulling back the Bundeswehr here. And yeah, a lot of units in this town. Cherno's a single Pioneer with SVTs likely won't be able to deal with that as the SG-43 moves forward now. Strefniki does go down here. I think he's a couple of tanks do well to hold on to this position, but there's dual Zis guns in here. I can very easily just move forward and double team both these units. Oop. Oop. Oh, a penetration on the Bundeswehr from the T-3485 as it was trying to relocate. No hit there. It bounces all around. I'm gonna fall back. But one penetration just means it's that much more vulnerable. 13 to 11 now. This flag and this flag going to Farid Rommel, but the control in the south here is just so omnipresent almost that I would find it hard to come back from this. There's just so many units here. Just Q move all the infantry forward and use the tanks to pick off the small smithering of armored support. And in fact, it's exactly what the ZIS-2 guns are doing right now. The Panzer 4 doesn't even see it, having no recon. Yeah, only one of the ZIS guns firing, but still a dead Panzer 4. Second one going to get involved any second now. And T-3485 is also getting involved. Strefniki Kameradi goes down. All the armored support is gone. Yeah. And Farid Rommel surrenders. That last northern push not quite paying off. Wow, so very entertaining semifinal, I will say. Whew, look at that Strefniki officer paying dividends. Yak 9 did well as well. The 45s, jeez. 3-star 45s. I'll have to take another look at bringing them in 2-star. Wow, so this 3 also did really well. At close range, these ZIS-3s are great. A lot of people use them almost like a Pack 40 though, and that's not really the way you want to be using them. Yeah. Every time an AT gun kills, basically pays itself off, right? This one getting multiple kills, including a good. Wow. T-3045, smattering of tanks here. Starting the officer again. 3 infantry units. Yeah. And then the sport guns doing their job. Bundeswehr did good on the side of Farid Rommel. But other than that, this Panzer 3L doing okay for itself. Nothing really stands out. And as we see from the kill log, big 1,000 kill point disparity there. So, well played to both players. Yamin, we'll see you in the finals. And condolences to Farid. Well played. I hope you enjoyed watching. And we'll see you next time, likely for the finals of Division 2, if I don't decide to choose the other finals of, or the other semifinals. We'll see when that comes out, though, having not been played yet. And till then, we'll be casting some other replays. So, once again, see you later. Goodbye.